Hey everyone! So it's nice to see you guys again. I took a break for the past couple days. The last reading I did was on Friday. For any of you guys who are new, I'm a film major and we're filming promo commercials for the senior thesis that I am directing. So we were filming commercials at the school on Saturday. I was so exhausted. Sunday I just kind of took a breather, and then today I was like, alright, cool, let's get back to reading. So let's see, so this reading is going to be a you versus them, okay? So this is whichever one you identify with. Most of the viewers are female. There's 1% that are male, but we're gonna have the divine feminine side and the divine masculine side, so choose which side is yours, basically. So there's no cross-watching confusion. That has happened with one of the piles last time, okay? Also, I will say this disclaimer again when I reach pile 3, but I've said this before. 3 is my life path number, so for those for pile number 3, please watch with discretion. Know what is your energy and what is simply just my energy. I am in a very strong, spiritual connection with somebody, so please do just, take it with a grain of salt and observe it and be just don't force it, okay? Even if the message sounds good or whatever, if you're pessimistic, then you're going to only apply the negative parts. If you're too optimistic or almost in a delusional thing, then you're only going to apply the positive parts. Pay attention to the entire message, take what resonates. If you feel that it all resonates and it's all very clear, then awesome, we're on the same wavelength. If you feel okay, I'm not entirely sure about that because other readings that I've watched, I've never gotten that answer before, unless it's just very detailed for this one. Feel free to watch pile 1 or pile 2 along with pile 3 just to kind of see if the answers match up, okay? So before we get started, I also want to say thank you. I reached over 100 subscribers. I'm now at 102. Thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting. I love seeing your comments, by the way, to see how well it resonates. Okay, that's great because I am still a relatively new reader. I'm reading for 2 years now, so it's nice to see how on point the readings are. It's really exciting. I do love reading them. And yeah, just thank you for 100 subscribers, now 102. I got my little congratulations message today. Okay, so yeah, we have pile number 1, 2, and 3. Okay, I'll put the timestamps in the description and in the comments, and information for personal reading as usual. Okay, so let's get started. Just trying to hide the piles better just so that it's not just off to the side and distracting. Okay, so pile number 1, this earring, this little lion. Okay, so the first 2 cards are going to be the divine feminine's energy, okay? 9 of Swords in the reverse and the Devil in the reverse, okay? The second card is going to be the mutual energy in this connection, okay? So I kind of just have it however it came out. I just put the top of it on this side, so the mutual energy is the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, okay? And then the divine masculine's energy, the Ace of Pentacles, and the 6 of Cups in the reverse, okay? The past, present, and outcome energies, okay? We have the 2 of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune, okay? And let's see. I'm thinking we'll just save these for later, okay? Because these are very cut and dry titles, so I just want to save this message for later just to kind of see what we can read from this message, and then we'll read that at the end, okay? So with the divine feminine's energy, I feel like you're escaping self-doubt, okay? I feel like I feel like this connection was very, I'm getting sporadic for you, very confusing, very mind-boggling. I feel like there was a lot of anxiety, a lot of confusion, a lot of toxic things where you probably felt very insecure, you felt very down in the dumps about this connection, and you're just over here oh, this person doesn't love me, whatever, just this very negative energy, okay? These are for the divine feminine, so if that's you or if it's whatever, I'm just gonna say you just to make it easier, but this is the divine feminine side, okay? So divine feminine's you. I feel in the past you were very Maybe you were just looking at the connection in a superficial way, okay? Maybe it was a karmic cycle in the past. Maybe you were put in a third-party situation, or you yourself had a karmic partner, whichever resonates, okay? That's the Devil card. It could also just talk about, like, just sexuality. So it could have been, like, maybe with this connection, it was just, like I said, more superficial, more sexual, as opposed to a romantic, kind of spiritual connection. All right, but I feel like I see that you've kind of gotten out of this energy. Okay, I also am kind of feeling like, I don't know, maybe there are some times where when you were kind of insecure about the connection, the ego kind of jumped out, and you probably were like, oh my god, you know what, they'd be lucky to have me, like they're not even that cute, like why are they rejecting me, like that type of energy where you're just like fuck this person, like I look better than that, I'm a prize, damn it, like, like obviously that doesn't have to apply to everyone, but just that kind of toxic energy. Okay, so I really feel like you're now getting out of that toxic energy when you once were focusing on the negative and being very pessimistic about your connection with the divine masculine, with your divine counterpart, the person you feel is your soulmate, twin flame, karmic, whatever. Okay, I feel like we will delve deep into what kind of spiritual connection this is. That's what those cards are for on the side. But I feel like regardless of whatever the connection is, whatever it was, you were in a karmic situation in the past with this person. Okay, it could be a karmic cycle of the twin flame journey, of the soulmate journey. It was just a very karmic. So I feel like, yeah, you could have been in a third party. They could have been with someone else. They could have been with their karmic. You could have had your own karma that you dealt with. Okay, maybe just a lot of insecurities and ego. Okay, like ego is the killer of love. So you could have been dealing with a lot of ego issues, I'm getting, and it just, a lot of anxiety, just a lot of self-doubt. But I do see that you're kind of getting out of this energy because these cards are in reverse, okay? Because these are two really negative cards, but the fact that they're in reverse is a good thing. Also, the Devil is Capricorn energy, so it could have been something, actually we are in Capricorn season right now, in fact, so that's actually pretty spot on with just, I guess, just with the current energy of it. Okay, so you could just now be getting out of this slump. Maybe you met this person during, Capricorn season years ago or before this year. You could be a Capricorn, they could be a Capricorn, doesn't really matter. You don't have to be that sign, but Capricorn is very strong. Someone could have Capricorn in their chart, okay? But mainly it's just whoever it is, whatever sign you are, doesn't really matter. It's just saying that this negative, toxic energy you are finally escaping from. Okay, like you're no longer being blinded by the ego, which is the killer of love. You're focusing more, maybe doing inner healing, you're focusing on inner work, and you're not letting the negative parts of the connection get to you. If it's a long wait or whatever, you're not letting the karmic necessary, soul contract karmic cycles get to you. Okay, like you're finally moving on and moving forward. Okay, so the mutual energy of this connection, the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, the page is a very like immature energy. So I feel like this is still a very premature connection. I feel like it's not fully there yet. Okay, but nevertheless, I do still feel like there was this, a worser energy that you were in, that you are getting out of, but the connection in itself may be very kind of short-lived. Like, you could have met this person maybe like a year ago or something. Like, like you're in this journey, you're in this connection, and you're learning to get out of this negative energy, but it's not as if you've known this person for like 10 years, okay? But like, let's just look at the Page of Pentacles in the reverse real quick with the help of Biddy Tarot, just to kind of see what else I can pull from this card. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, this talks about short-term focus, okay, lack of progress and planning. So I feel like the mutual energy right now is like, you probably, because this is the mutual energy, both of you are probably just sitting here just getting very impatient with this connection, being like, when are we going to get together? When is there going to be a new beginning? This is so frustrating. I'm so tired of it. But I really feel like, divine timing is at work in your love life with this Wheel of Fortune right here. Okay, especially with the whole Devil card, just talking about karmic cycles. It's just, things are just gonna happen how they're going to happen. So I kind of feel like you're kind of being blind to this wise owl that's basically saying like, oh, in due time, be patient, in due time. And both of you are just like, oh my god, like if we don't get together right now, then it's never gonna happen. Like just this very, like, you're putting a time on it, you know, you're putting a timetable on this connection instead of just letting it flow. And it's kind of just, it's just this very immature, I'm getting like childlike energy where you're just like, are we there yet, are we there yet? And then like spirit is like, we'll get there when we get there. It's like spirit is driving this connection. They're like, you just need to wait. Both of you guys are just growing very impatient as the days go on, and you really just need to trust what we're doing, okay? So the divine masculine's energy, whether that's you or the partner, I feel like they really do want a new beginning with you, okay? We have the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like they really miss you with the Six of Cups in the reverse. This also does hint that this was or is a past life connection. I feel like you guys know each other before, or if anything, this is a person that's coming back or is anticipating coming back into your life, not someone that you haven't met yet, okay? I feel like whether that's a past life relationship or just someone that you met and you've known in the past, because again, this is very much like a come on, I'm waiting, hurry up with this. Like, but you know how like, say if you were single and you didn't really have a specified person in mind, you're just thinking like, oh my god, burp, confirmation, you're just like, oh my god, I don't want to be lonely forever, I'm so tired. But you know, when the person comes, they'll come. I just wish they would come sooner. But when you like a specific person, when you actually have your eyes like locked on someone, like tunnel vision, you get even more impatient because you're just like, come on, I'm not getting any older, anything could happen where this person can walk out of my life. I want to get together before the end of the year. I want to get together before they get a different job and leave. I want to get together before they graduate. I want to get together before blah blah blah. You know, like you're on a timetable with it, right? So like I was back to the divine masculine energy. Yeah, I feel like, you know, there was a past with this person and they do think about you a lot and they can't really move on from you. They're very stuck in the past, just getting very nostalgic about you too. And like, you know how nostalgia is, like, it's bittersweet. I feel like they're more on like the bitter side of it. Like they really are thinking about all the moments that they had with you, and it's just making them sad because they're like, I want to get that back. So I feel like they really do want a new connection. Okay, this is green, this is very heart chakra. I feel like they're ready to kind of open up to you maybe, because it's like I'm not really seeing a communication card, but however they do it, like they might want to give you something. Okay, this is like material gain, you know, that they might want to give you a gift or like, you know, make you a tangible offer, like not just say something. I feel like they want to do something this time. I feel like they probably want to be like, hey look, I really like you, here is a bouquet of flowers, or hey, like here's a promise ring, you know, like if they're that forward. Like say if they're like, nope, we barely talk or whatever, or things were kind of weird between us if you guys were already together, but I want to come back and I want to be more serious this time. But I just feel like they just want a new beginning. Okay, it's a step up from the Page of Pentacles, okay? But I kind of feel like the divine masculine's actually, I would say, a little more grounded with this, you know? Like, you're getting out of this negative energy, but these are pretty good cards to have. I would just say, if anything, you know, they're very much like, I miss this person, so what am I going to do about it? Let me actually do something and not just sit here in a slump all sad. Let me actually, you know, say something to this person. So I feel like they really do want to have a new beginning, okay? So let's look at the past, present, and outcome energy, okay? So in the past, I feel like there were probably a lot of people keeping an eye on this connection, whether that's spirit, whether that's friends, you know, just a lot of people kind of watching, you know. It could have been a lot of like just putting on an act, okay? Like this side is kind of like, you know, juggling just for your own amusement, but I feel like on this side that you got is kind of like, it's kind of speaking to me as, you know, they're trying to impress someone, they're trying to put on a show. So it could have been like with the devil energy, it makes sense. It could have been more of a superficial type of connection where you just want to show each other off, you know. Maybe like if you guys, for some of you, if you guys actually did date in the past, it wasn't really that deep of a connection, which obviously if you're broken up or something, you know. But in the past, it was very superficial. It wasn't like real love there. It was more like, oh, cuffing season, let me just show off this person that I'm dating on, like, you know, my Instagram, on my story or whatever, just so other people can watch. It's like the relationship you were kind of living, or this connection that was kind of being lived, was more for other people. And if you never really were together, then it's simply just saying there were probably too many people involved. Like, you know, you guys were probably both getting advice from your friends about it. Like, you know, you're talking to your friends, they're talking to their friends or family or whatever about this connection. And everyone is giving in their own opinion. But as more and more people are giving their opinion and saying what they think, giving their 2 cents, it just kind of, it's like when you get too many people involved in the relationship, it's doomed to fail. That's why so many like celebrity relationships, they go out so fast, like 6 months, or like, you know, 2 months in Hollywood might as well be a year, because like relationships in Hollywood is like, they're very short-lived, because you have paparazzi, you have people just all in your business all the time, and sometimes under all the stress, it just kind of ends abruptly, you know, because too many people are involved. So I feel like with your connection in the past, too many people were involved, okay? I'm also seeing like maybe there was a little too much manifestation going on. Like I feel like sometimes you know how readers will say if you think about it too much, but almost in a pessimistic way, in a worrisome way, you end up driving the connection away. I feel like some of you or both of you probably were overthinking it too much, okay? Also with the Nine of Swords in the reverse, that could have been you overthinking it and just constantly worrying about the connection, but energetically it just kind of pushed the other person away, okay? So like I feel like there was too much energy, but not really the best energy for the connection that was being put into it. It just kept building up, you know? Like imagine like all the energy was like, say, a bulb or a lightning bug or something that just kind of makes this whole thing. It's like everyone gives their opinion and this thing just gets brighter and brighter and brighter, and it's just getting overloaded with too much. And then with that, it creates a band around both of the pentacles and just kind of puts them in a cage. It separates them, okay? And also what I said about Hollywood, I mean, I don't know, both of you could be like, you know, very creative people, artistic people, people that like, you know, want to be stars one day, or be like, oh yeah, I want to be in Hollywood, or, you know, like some type of association with stardom. You could have just some type of artistic, creative thing. You could both maybe be in the spotlight or something. Maybe you have a lot of followers, a big following, you know. But yeah, just this sense of just like, you're definitely not really overlooked. I feel like the both of you are very much in the spotlight in some type of way. A lot of people know who you are, and a lot of people just kind of gave in their own opinion. Like I even I don't know, it could be like if you guys, for some of you, if you guys were together and posting on Instagram or Snapchat or whatever, some people probably were jealous and making like rude comments about your boo and be like, oh, they're not even cute, or I don't know, or like, why are you guys together? Or maybe someone was trying to homework the relationship and someone's DMing the other person like, I could take I could take a man if I want to, but lucky for you, I don't want to. Sorry, that's from TikTok. But yeah, you know, just that type of energy where like just a lot of people were trying to interfere with the connection, and you guys kind of let it get to you, okay? That's what I'm getting from that card, okay? So the present energy is the Knave of Cups, okay? And they're facing the other way, so I feel like there's still something that's kind of hidden, okay? Because the Page of Cups, which is the Knave, which also, look, page, just this very beginning, immature type of energy. The Page of Cups in, you know, typical tarot just talks about like mutual connection, communication. It could also be like a telepathic communication, synchronicities, okay? Like just, you know, synchronicities like seeing the same numbers, or synchronicities as in like mutual feelings, you know? But I feel like the feelings are mutual with this connection. However, right now, no one wants to fully open their heart yet. I feel like there's still some fear there, like they're afraid to take the full leap, you know? Like this fish right here in this chalice, like they're jumping up, but they're still close enough to the cup so that they know that if they jump, they'll fall right back into the cup. But they're afraid to jump really high, because if they jump too high, they could fall right on the ground. You know, like that type of thing. Like, you guys are afraid to take the full leap. It's like you're able to, but you're not ready yet. Like, you're not fully ready to jump off the high diving board. You're not ready for that yet. Like, you want to kind of take your time with it, okay? And also with this turtle, I just see, like, you guys are both just kind of being in your shell about it. Like, you know, I just feel like you guys aren't really ready to fess up right now. You're still healing. You're still just thinking about each other, just watching pick of cards about each other, just missing each other, but stalking each other, whatever. But you're not quite there yet at the moment, okay? I just feel like right now you guys are probably just waiting for the right time, especially if this is like a divine connection and spirit guides are driving it. I feel like you guys are just waiting for the right time for the connection to happen, and you guys are both afraid to push it. I can just see you being like, no, but if we start dating now and it's not the right time, then we can break up, you know, just like all this worry, okay? And now the outcome is really just, it's just the Wheel of Fortune, divine connection, like divine timing. It's like, I kind of like on this side is kind of like, you know, the magician, and they kind of control it themselves. They control the time themselves. But with this, I don't know, Sphinx person, you know, I feel like this is like a spirit guide. Like, this is like, they really have like their hand on this connection. Like, they're really watching it, you know? They're just like, guys, things are gonna happen when they're gonna happen. We'll get there when we get there, okay? Like, spirit is really just saying, you really need to be patient. Trust us. We know what we're doing. We'll make sure that it's a favorable outcome, but just be patient and just wait for us, okay? I'm also gonna look at that real quick in the book to see what else I can get out of this message. So this is this side of the Wheel of Fortune, okay? So the Wheel of Fortune cannot be halted in its timeless turning. To be born is to be with the wheel. The two sides of this card show two approaches to this inalterable fact. This side speaks of the great mysteries of the wheel, like I'm saying, divine is controlling it, which can be pondered for a lifetime or many lifetimes and still never be fully comprehended. The Sphinx guards the secrets of destiny. Acceptance of this brings peace. Struggling to understand what is beyond mortal understanding brings despair. So I feel like spirit is basically like, they're telling me, like, they don't really want me to give you a definite answer. So they're not giving me a definite answer. They're just saying, look, the outcome is going to be what it's going to be, you know? I feel like it's going to be a nice outcome for you guys. It's going to be a favorable outcome because it is destiny, you know? But however the wheel turns, spirit is like, look, we know what we're doing. It's what's best, you know? Because say, I'm not saying it is, but say if this person wasn't the one, say if they're just a karmic connection, and you're just over here like, oh, I want to be with this person. I want to be with this person. I want to do everything for this person. But then spirit is like, no. Trust us. There's someone way better for you coming along. Like, this could be a crush, and you're like, no. We know what we're doing. You don't want to be with this person. You want to wait for the right person to come along, you know? Or if with this connection, if it very much is a spiritual connection, and we'll look into that with these cards, then spirit is just saying, trust us. It's not going to be too late when it comes to you guys. Things are going to happen how they're going to happen. They're going to happen in a divine way. We're not going to, you know, lead you astray. We're going to make sure that you guys get the outcome that you deserve with this connection, okay? We're going to make sure that you get the outcome you deserve. All right. I feel like this reading's going by pretty fast with the layout. It's just very simple. Okay, so this, with the Romance Angel Oracle cards, this is basically just how spiritual is this connection? How deep is this connection? How much is spirit involved in this connection? Okay, so let's look at it. So, romantic feelings in the reverse. Make the effort in the reverse, like I was saying. And then let your friends help you. Okay. This is quite literally saying what I just said. Spirit is like, we're not giving you any answers. But I mean, they gave us enough answers. I feel like the let your friends help you is the friends are spirits, okay? I feel like it could also be saying, let your friends help you, not like all these random people that barely know you. Because like with this card, they're just kind of watching from a distance. These very well could have just been followers, just kind of putting their nose where it doesn't belong. So I feel like it's saying, if you're gonna let other people input their opinion on your connection, make sure that they're genuine close friends, not just anybody, because someone could easily be jealous. Even if someone who you feel is a close friend, you want to make sure that you're telling the right people about this connection. So it could be in that instance where it's like your close, genuine friends are willing to help you. Maybe they know this person, like it's a mutual friendship or something. Or even if they can't help you guys get together, they can help you get through this. They can help you get through this whole connection, if they understand it's like a spiritual connection. Or they don't have to understand it. They don't have to understand if it's a soulmate connection, if it is or isn't, I'm not fully getting if it is or isn't, but with that card, I see that it is like a divinely guided connection. But you don't have to say, oh, this is my soulmate. You can just say, this person I like, which they probably already know who they are. This person that I like, I'm just kind of in a slump. I don't really know what to do. Like, you don't have to give me advice. Just be a friend. Just let me rant. Just let me talk about it, please. Or or you could actually be like, hey, I think I need some help. Just kind of, just dealing with this connection, or help me get closer to this person, even if as a friend. Just help me just kind of alleviate this like despair and pain of this connection. But okay, so that's one way to look at it. But I feel like the other way, like I was saying, is like your friends are spirit themselves, like your spirit guides that are looking over the connection. Okay, so however it resonates, like if you have close, real life physical friends that know about this person and they understand and they're not dismissing it, and they're not like, oh my god, you don't even talk to this person. If you have friends that they know about this connection and they are understanding and they do listen to you when you talk about it, then you can just keep turning to them, not necessarily for advice, but just someone to, a shoulder to cry on, is someone to rant to, someone to be like, oh my god, this is so crazy, and they're just like, oof, I hear you, like that type of thing. Just a supportive friend with this. Someone that's not going to completely belittle you or undermine your feelings with this connection, okay? Just let your friends be there for you. Don't bottle this whole connection up to yourself, because honestly, you could even downplay. You don't have to be like, oh, this is my soulmate and I watch pick a card readings all the time, like, because they might be like, huh? Like, they might be like, okay, you sound a little obsessive. But just in general, you could just be like, oh, I like this person, and things are kind of hot and cold. They're very back and forth. Like, we do kind of have a history together. You don't have to go fully into details, but just be like, God, I just want to get my mind off of it right now, or every once in a while I just want someone to talk to about it, so I'm not just driving myself crazy, sitting in my room at midnight watching pick a card videos. Just be like, look, I just need someone else to talk to. Like, I just need someone to, like, every once in a while just let me go, oh my god, this is so crazy, oh my god, I'm so confused, oh my god, this person, like, just like let someone to complain to, okay? Like, I don't know, I feel like there could easily be like a forum or something like on, I don't know, there could be a forum on Reddit called like Twin Flame Connections, Soulmate Connections, and people can just be like, oh my god, I need help with this, oh my god, this is crazy, and other people are like, oh my god, me too, I'm this far in union. Like, don't be surprised. I feel like there are stuff like that. Like, there are groups for empaths on Facebook. There are groups for psychic readers where we all give each other free psychic readings, or some paid depending on your status, whatever. So you could do that. You could join those Facebook groups and be like, hey, can I get a quick little reading real quick about this connection, just kind of see where we are right now, what the current energy is, like that. Or again, a friend that's not that spiritual, but just someone you can talk to about it, someone I feel like maybe who's kind of removed from the situation, like they don't really know the other person that much, so they don't really have any like any type of bias, whatever, or I guess bias towards you, but you know what I mean, like they don't really have to know in depth how the connection is, because if it's like a spiritual connection but you don't really talk to each other in person, then your friends are just gonna be like, why are you so uppity about this person, you don't even talk to them. But if it's someone who, they're just your friend, they just know you, you don't have to go into that much detail with it. You can just be like, oh, there's this guy, there's this girl I'm dealing with, and things are just confusing. I just want to rant real quick, and they'd be like, all right, or like, oh my god, help me feel better about this, you know? So yeah, that's like, let your friends help you. Just looking for support. It doesn't matter in what the form is. They don't have to give you a reading. They don't have to set you guys up. They could just be someone you can just complain and rant to, okay? Make the effort in the reverse. I feel like that's just going back to what I was saying with the whole, like, you guys can't really do anything right now. It's divinely guided. You have to just let it be how it is. Don't try to control the situation. There's nothing you can really do. Just let it flow how it's gonna flow. Divine is at work here. And the romantic feelings in the reverse, I feel like it's just saying the romantic feelings are there. It's just you guys are shy and not saying anything right now because you kind of can't, you know? Or just because you're not saying it doesn't mean it's not there. It's just, I feel like it's just very hidden, okay? I feel like the romantic feelings are very hidden right now in this connection, okay? So, God, my throat hurts. I was kind of butting heads with my brother. He's, you know, I'm directing his film. He's the writer for it. We're just having like a brother-sister argument, and basically very heated argument. My throat is kind of burning because I was just angry all day. So I'm just kind of reading right now, just kind of take my mind off of it, you know? So if I lose my voice after this reading, I don't know why. Alright, yeah, so thank you, pile number 1. Thank you, pile number 1. I will see you guys next time. I hope you enjoyed that reading, okay? Okay, so pile number 2. First 2 cards are going to be the Divine Feminine energy, whether that's you or someone else, okay? Divine Feminine energy is the 2 of Swords in the reverse, and the High Priestess. It's a nice card to get. The mutual energy, however the card came out, I just was like, okay, top right is going to be this side. So this is how it came out. The mutual energy is the Tower in the reverse, okay? The Divine Masculine energy, whether that's you or them, is the 10 of Swords in the reverse and the 4 of Swords, okay? I'm seeing a lot of like contemplation and thinking about this connection, all right? The past, present, and outcome of this connection. I have the 5 of Cups, the 2 of Cups, and the 8 of Cups, and we'll save these cards for the end. Just a second. This candle waxer I basically have had on consistently, and I feel like I'm just burning the life out of it. I've only had it since Christmas. I need to just turn that thing off and just let it cool down. Like it smells like burning cigarettes or something. Like the rust is showing. I kind of mess with it, let the bubbles go out. Don't try to do a candle wax reading if you don't know how. Because that thing just smells like it's burning now. I'm just gonna let that cool down for the next couple days. I've had it on for the past couple weeks. Anyway, sorry about that. So, sorry. Gosh. So, pile number 2. The Divine Feminine, if this is you, whether it's you or not, I'm just going to say you when I'm reading this, but this side is the Divine Feminine energy, okay? So the 2 of Swords in the reverse, I feel like the Divine Feminine is kind of coming to more of a decision with the situation. I feel like there was a lot of stagnant energy in the past, stalemate, indecision, and I feel like you're finally about to, like, you know, cut the cord, and not necessarily in a cut this relationship off, just cut the cord as in, you know, just make the decision already. I feel like you were kind of hesitant about what you wanted to do, you know, or hesitant about your feelings, just very indecisive about this connection, okay? Let me double check that real quick. Yep. Whether upright or in the reverse, this card does talk about indecision, okay? This also talks about confusion and information overload, okay? So I feel like with that, I feel like it's more just saying, also with the Tower card, I feel like it's more saying that you kind of just had this very abrupt awakening, realizing that this person has a spiritual connection with you. It was very sudden that you realized this, and the connection itself is very confusing because your intuition is getting a lot stronger out of nowhere, and you're just like, oh shit, you know, it's like you kind of find out more and more stuff about them in this connection almost out of nowhere, and it is kind of confusing. and it is a lot of information that you're getting all at once, okay? So I feel like your energy is just kind of finding out about it, and just your intuition going like wildfire, okay? I just see a lot of like revelation, especially with the Tower card. I just see a lot of like sudden realizations and revelations regarding this connection, and just being like, holy shit, is this my person? Like, you know, just kind of being a little more awakened to it, okay? There could be some telepathic type of communication going on, like in dreamland or something. Like when you're literally sleeping, when you're dreaming, you could be communicating with each other. You could be, okay? I feel like this is someone like, yeah, you're no longer with right now, or maybe you never really got a chance to be with them. So I feel like there's like some separation, and I feel like during the separation, you're just realizing all this stuff about them, and you're just like, holy shit. Because I was gonna save this for like later, but just looking at it right now, the Five of Cups, it talks about like losing something. Burp confirmation. The Five of Cups talks about losing something, and the Two of Cups is like the minor arcana version of the Lovers, you know, like just you're being aware that there is a connection, you know. So at first, you know, you're probably back and forth being like, no, there's no way, but then you're like, oh shit, no, like, you know, you're getting more signs, you're getting more clues and hints about this connection, and you're realizing this really is like a spiritual connection, and you're just kind of like, oh, I don't even know what to say about this, you know. It's just like a lot to grasp, a lot to gather right now. So you're just kind of figuring out, you're just like, holy shit. So the mutual energy is the Tower in the reverse, okay? I kind of feel like when it's in the reverse, it's like the calm after the storm, you know? Okay, let's see what's happening. Wait, how did I do it in the first reading? I think yeah, okay. Sorry. I was trying to see if I read them first and then did that, or if I just read this. I think I just read it in a row. So the Tower in the reverse talks about like fear of change and avoidance of disaster. So I feel like with the realization of this connection, you could be like I'm saying, very like a lot of information. It's very overwhelming, and you're probably just like, I feel like both of you are kind of realizing this, having your contemplative thought and realizing some stuff about this connection that you're having. And I feel like it's just one of those things where like the connection is very strong, that it's very intimidating, it's very scary, and you're not entirely sure if you want to change life as it is right now. I feel like, you know, even if this was a connection and it was like attraction there still is this level of like, wait a minute, this is my end all be all. Like, I'm not even sure if I'm ready for that type of commitment yet. Like, I thought this was just like a simple, casual, possible hookup or something. Nothing really happened with us, so I kind of just left it alone. But now I'm realizing this is, you know, my soulmate. This is my connection, you know. So it's just this revelation, this realization between the two of you. You're both realizing that this really is like a, you know, a deeper connection than you once thought. And you're not entirely sure if you're ready to settle down yet. You're not entirely sure if you really thought you were going to end up with this person in particular. You know, it could be one of those things where like they're not necessarily your type. You didn't really think you would end up with them, but you're just realizing, oh shit, this person actually is my soulmate. Well, what do I do now? Like, I'm not even sure if I want this or not. But, you know, it's just like this mutual energy of like, holy crap, like, it had to be you, you know? And not necessarily like, oh, I don't like you, I'm not attracted to you, but I feel like there could be some differences, there could be some distance between the two of you where it's just like you're afraid that it would end. So I feel like, you know, you're afraid of like when you get together, if you get together, that it would end abruptly because of travel, or you know something like that. It would end because of something. I feel like you're very afraid that there could be something like in the physical realm that is kind of pulling you apart. Like, it could be distance, it could be work, it could be religious factors, race, it could be family stuff, you know. But I feel like there's physically something that could be potentially pulling the connection away. So like almost like a forbidden love type of thing. That's for some of you. There's someone just walking upstairs. Who is it? Yeah, so I feel like between the two of you, it could be like this forbidden love, and you're not really sure what to do, because you're not really sure if you can if you can fully live out this connection. Like, you guys are worried because you're just like, okay, well, now I know, so I don't want to deny the connection, but at the same time, I'm afraid of what will happen if we do get together. Just like you're avoiding disaster, you know, like damage control, I guess. So 10 of Swords in the reverse and 4 of Swords. This is the divine masculine energy. This could be you or this could be them, you know, whichever resonates. So you guys really are very much in this energy of being afraid of, like whoever picked pile number 2, please tell me what your situation is with this person. Like, go into as much detail as you want, but like, I just feel like between the two of you, there's just something you feel, you're just like, this connection is doomed to fail. I don't think anything's gonna happen. Why did it have to be this person? Why did it have to be this connection? I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm worried, I'm scared. Like, I just don't feel like it's gonna work out. I feel like this person is worried too. Definitely worried too. Okay, the 10 of Swords in the reverse. It's like inevitable end, okay? They're just like, this is like fear of ruin, inevitable end, okay? But this also talks about recovery and regeneration. So I feel like they're very back and forth. And I'm getting that with your indecisiveness too. They're back and forth where they're like, I want to redo on this situation, whatever happened between you guys. They're like, I want to redo with this connection. I want to start over and see what could happen, but I'm also afraid that it will end again. I'm also afraid that it won't end up well, and then I'm like building up all this excitement and all this love for nothing, you know? I just feel like it's just a very pessimistic energy. You guys just feel like this is over, okay? Like, I don't really know what happened between the two of you, but it's just a lot of fear, like what's gonna happen between the two of us. Like, is anything, you know, like is it even worth it? You know, just like a lot of fear. Okay. This is like recovery and regeneration. So yeah, they could even be like, how will I recover from this heartache? How will I recover from this connection and what happened between the two of us? Like, I feel like, and I'm kind of getting this almost like this energy, like they probably like you more than you like them, you know? Or the feelings very well could be mutual, but I feel like they think that they like you more. I feel like they think that it's an unrequited love. So, you know, you could have rejected them in the past, okay, with this loss, okay? You could have rejected them in the past for whatever reason. I feel like you had to do what you had to do. And some of you could be a Scorpio. There's a scorpion coming out of this cup. I never noticed that. But, yeah, there was this level of rejection that happened. And I feel like they're very heartbroken about it, and they're trying to recover from it. They're trying to rebuild, okay? And if you guys were never together, then this could be talking about a relationship that they were in, okay? Like, they could have been with someone in the past that really broke their heart, and they're kind of afraid to open up to you. So it kind of just made things confusing, and you're thinking nothing's gonna happen because this person's closed off or something, and then you're just like, oh shit, this is my you know, soulmate, whatever, you know, spiritual connection, whatever. So I feel like they could be afraid to approach you and talk to you because they're still healing from a past hurt, whether that's with you or with someone else, okay? But I feel like it very well could be with you because of this 5 of Cups. This is your energy. This is your reading, you know? So the 4 of Swords, I feel like they're really meditating on it. They're really thinking about what they want to do. I feel like they're just in a resting phase right now as they're healing, okay? So, yeah, like, I'm just feeling like they're working on themselves. They're healing right now. Like, they don't want to make any brash decisions. I feel like people in this connection, the awakening just happened. Like, you guys just realized, you know, it's not like you found out this person was your soulmate or twin flame or whatever, like 10 years ago or 2 or 3 or 4 years ago, and have been in this journey doing all this healing work. I feel like very much whoever picked pile number 2, you probably just met this person recently, and you just realized that you guys do, like, you notice a bunch of signs, and you're just realizing that you guys have a connection, and you don't really know what to do with it. So this person is healing from their karma, and you're just kind of finding out, and you're just like, okay, well, now I'm getting signs left and right. I'm getting all these synchronized numbers. I'm getting all these vivid dreams and messages and stuff. And this person, they might not really know it yet, you know, Like, they could feel a strong connection, but they might not know fully that it's like a divine connection if it is. I just feel like right now they're really just healing, so I feel like it's gonna be a long wait before you guys get together, because this journey, twin mate, twin flame, soulmate, karmic, whatever, this connection, it's very new, so it's gonna take a while. Like, you guys are just getting started, okay? I just feel, so they're resting right now, like they're healing right now. This is a very new energy. Like the cycle, the karmic cycle, the soul contract has just commenced with you guys. It's very new. All right, this is like you're probably just discovering these pick a card videos. Like, you know, you're probably like, who knows, it could have been a couple months ago, you didn't even know what these things were, then one day you just kind of stumbled across it, and now you're watching it and you're just like, huh, this is interesting, what's going on, like, what is this, I never knew this existed. And now you're watching it, and like, I don't know, maybe your feed is slowly just being filled with more and more pick a card channels, more tarot channels, you know, because now you're trying to get to the bottom of this connection. You might now be consulting psychics, or being like, okay, like seeing a palm reader, like, okay, I'm very confused about this person, like, what's going on with this person. Like, you're starting to delve into the whole psychic world just to figure this connection out, because it's very new. And yeah, it's very new. Okay, so the past energy, yeah, I just feel like you're literally right now looking at the cups that just recently spilled over. Like, you're just looking at, like, whatever happened, a rejection that just happened, a falling out that just happened. You're focusing on it right now. You're only looking at this right now, okay? And like I said, there's some Scorpio energy, okay? So it could have been like an ending that, you know, like this just ended. You're just now starting your separation phase of the journey, and you're just kind of dwelling on it, and you're like, huh, I wonder what's gonna happen next, you know? That was in the past energy. So I feel like, yeah, like right after this ended, right after you guys, you know, stopped talking to each other, stopped being around each other, right now is when you guys are realizing, you know, what type of connection it is. Like, you're starting to realize that this is like your counterpart. I feel like you're now starting to really feel this attraction that you probably never really felt at the beginning, because it's like a chemistry, like a magnetic attraction to them. You might be very in sync with them, like, you know, they could be showing up in your dreams, they're showing up in your thoughts more, and you could be for them. Okay, you could kind of see them everywhere you go, you know, like, you just see them in other people, you see something that reminds you of them. Yeah, it is very new. It's like, because this side with the celestial body, it's more of like the cosmic part of the connection. I feel like for this side, like, these snakes haven't shed their skin yet, like, you know, like, it hasn't. This is just a very new connection. You guys are just realizing, the type of connection that you have with this person. You're just realizing your chemistry and your attraction, and you're just now thinking about a life with them, and a relationship, and what you could accomplish with them, okay? Like, your feelings for them are blooming right now, currently, okay? And now in the outcome, I feel like, yeah, this, like I was saying, this is gonna be a long journey for you guys, because it just started, you know. It's gonna take a while. It could take a couple years, you know. Like, I personally, like, I'm a junior in college now. I'm 21 years old. I met my soulmate in freshman year of college when I was 19. They were a junior, so they were 20, and I was 19. They were, I realized shortly after that they are my soulmate, whatever. I was told by a psychic years ago that I was going to be my future husband, you know. It's not like I just assumed, you know. I knew that, I know who they are, but it took me a while to realize it was them, because they're like, you're going to meet your future husband in your freshman year of college. So after freshman year ended, that's when I had my awakening. That's when I realized. And they were actually awakened before me. You know, they had love at first sight, but once I realized who they were, they immediately started dating someone else. Like they immediately put me in a karmic situation. And they were together for almost a year. And then they recently broke up. Sorry. You know, they recently broke up. And I feel like we're on the brink of union. Like, I feel like the year 2020, this year, we could probably get back together. But basically, all that just to say, that took place from the tail end of 2017 all the way up to 2020 and possibly longer, you know, because union didn't happen yet, you know. But I'm just saying, like, you know, it could be that way. It could be something similar, you know, not obviously not exact, but like, it could be similar to that in your connection. So I feel like it could be over the course of a couple years, you're going to go from this to that spiritually, okay? Like, you're going to go from this kid to this adult. You're going to put in all this work, and you're going to watch yourself ascend. You're going to watch yourself become stronger in this connection, in this whole situation, and you're really going to look at how far you've come at the end, okay? It's just a very new connection. Like, your intuition is very new. It's going to heighten, okay? You're going to see more and more signs. You're going to really put in the spiritual work, and I feel like they are too, because this is just the outcome card. So I feel like in the end, this connection will really, like, this connection is very triggering for growth, okay? So this connection is triggering your spiritual growth, and in the end, you will be fully ascended, fully awakened in this connection. You're going to be able to one day have your own channel, you know, for pick a card videos. You know, you're really going to develop spiritually with this connection, okay? In the outcome, it's going to be a wait, you know, because it could be a couple years. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes a while. It's a lot of healing, but the intuition is new. It's fresh. It's just starting. You're going to decipher between, like, what's your intuition and what's anxiety, okay? So now, these last cards are just going to talk about, like, how deep is this connection, how strong is it, how involved is spirit in this connection, okay? So we have let go of control issues in the reverse. It is safe for you to love in the reverse, and past life relationship. So yes, this is a past life relationship. I feel like this is saying right now it's not safe yet. Like, it will be later, but right now, if you tried to push the connection, if you tried to make it happen sooner, it would fail. It'd be doomed to fail. So you really just have to wait. You have to wait for divine timing to really take its toll on this connection. You have to wait for them to really guide it. Don't try to manipulate it. Just let it flow how it's going to flow. Okay? Let go of control issues. I feel like you soon will. You soon will let go. Right now, you're probably still trying to find a way to manipulate it. You know, like, you could be over here like maybe if I talk to them, like, maybe, you know, maybe if I approach them or whatever, something can happen sooner. But it's like, this isn't, like, a connection like this isn't a, okay, well, want to make an appointment? Like, no, it's gonna happen when it happens, okay? Like, damn, spirit is like the DMV. It's like, you'll get your soulmate when we tell you to. You'll get it when we're ready. We're not doing it yet because you need to heal. We're not going to give you this connection until you heal, because this is a past life connection. You have a soul contract that you guys agreed upon together before you came into this life. So you need to finish that soul contract, and you're just getting started. You need to heal this karma. You need to heal any burp confirmation. You need to heal any issues that you have, any karmic cycles that you have in your own lives. And then once you do heal, then it'll be safe. Then it'll be a good connection, okay? So the fact that you both are like, I'm not ready yet, like, good, because spirit is saying, we know you're not ready yet. So don't try to manipulate anything. Don't try to manipulate time or rush it. Just let things happen how it's going to happen, and then soon it will be safe. Once you both are healed, you won't have to worry about the superficial. You won't have to worry about the toxic parts of the connection. But I feel like for right now, if you guys get together right now, it will go south. If you guys try to force the connection right now, something would just happen. Something bad would happen. You know, like, not terrible, but, you know, like, it could be infidelity. You know, if someone's immature, they could cheat. It could be too superficial of a connection as opposed to a real spiritual connection. Or if you guys got together too soon, you could only be focusing on the relationship and not focusing on your own responsibilities, your life path, what you're destined to do, your career, your healing, your inner work. So they're saying not yet, because if you get together right now, it'll end very quickly. But if you wait, if you let yourselves blossom and grow and heal, then when you do get together, it will be a very beautiful connection. But for right now, just wait. But be rest assured, you have known each other before. This is a past life connection. So just wait for it to really take off. But until then, just focus on healing yourselves and inner work, okay? So welcome to the connection, because I really do feel like a lot of you guys are very brand new to it. Like, you probably like only, if anything, a couple months, and like you don't even know the half of it. You're very new at this, okay? You guys are like infants in this connection, okay? So welcome aboard. Gonna be a bumpy ride, but it'll be worth it in the end. But it's gonna be a bumpy ride, and you just gotta put on your seatbelt, okay? So thank you, pile number 2. All right. Pile number 3. So like I said, the disclaimer, my energy does influence this reading. I am life path number 3. So only take what resonates. Do not force any messages. Just understand what is yours and what isn't. And if you feel a little bit iffy about this pile, then watch another pile and balance out the messages and just see what works for you, okay? So pile number 3, this is going to be the Divine Feminine's energy with the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse and the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, okay? The mutual energy between the two of you, however I shuffled it, however it came out, this was the top of the card, that's the bottom. So the mutual energy is 3 of Wands, that's nice. And then the Divine Masculine's energy, we have the Emperor and the Empress. I already forgot that it got those cards. That's awesome, okay? That's awesome, and I will tell you why if you don't already know why. So the past, present, and outcome of this connection, according to Spirit, we have the goddamn Knight of Pentacles. We have the World, and we have Judgment, okay? And we'll save these for the end. Oh, lordy. For one, also just seeing how this is, I really feel like you guys have been in this journey for a while, okay? Y'all went through it. Look at all these major arcana you have. You have the Emperor, you have the Empress. That's insane, you have both of them. You have the World and you have Judgment. If this don't scream journey, I don't know what the hell will. You guys really have been in this journey for a very long time, you know. It could have been a couple years like I have been. It could have been 10 years, you know, but it's a very long time. This is not something that you did overnight, okay? You really put in the work, you really put in the healing, okay? And I feel like you're about to reap your rewards. But let's look further into this. So the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse, in the upright is just like single, independent, whatever, and in the reverse I feel like it's just saying like not for long, you know. So I feel like that very much is Spirit just saying that you are going to be united with them soon, okay? So if you've been watching a lot of pick a card readings and a lot of the readers are saying you guys are on the brink of union, you're on the brink of union, and you're just like, really, I don't see it, I don't think so, I'm not entirely sure. Or if you're like maybe like, oh my god, but every time I watch a pick a card video for the past like couple years or something, they're always like, this person's gonna talk to you in 2 weeks, a month, a year from now, whatever. And you're just like, literally every time they say that, I'm always expecting it, it doesn't happen. So you could have been like, every time I watch a reading, they always say you're in union, they always say you're in union. But I feel like the way how this is looking, I really do feel like you guys actually have put in the work. You actually have been in this journey for a very long time, and you really like truly are about to come back together soon, okay? I'm not gonna give you a definite answer, because like I hate when like a reading says, oh, they're gonna talk to you a week from now, and then you're waiting and you're like, no, they're not, you know. But I really feel like you guys are back in each other's energy. I feel like you guys overall just really like, you really put in the healing, you really put in the inner work. So because these are really positive cards, so I really feel like I just feel like for your, or if you're not the Divine Feminine, just for the Divine Feminine energy, the Divine Feminine, I'm just gonna say you, if you're Divine Feminine, just listen to it as you. If you're the Divine Masculine, just wait for your side, okay? But the divine feminine energy, you know, you're probably single for a really long time, you know, and you just kind of been waiting patiently. You've been doing your inner healing. You've been you've been doing you. You've been getting stronger, whatever, with this whole situation, awakened, ascending, whatever. And now it's saying, okay, cool. So this whole time you've been single, and you better, I don't know, do your little bachelorette party right now, because you're soon to be in union with your soulmate now. Like, it's coming now. Okay, so the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. This is like, you know, inheritance. This is family. This is you know, the white picket fence. This is the golden retriever. Like, this is like a relationship, okay? This is like a commitment, okay? Now, it is in the reverse, so it could either mean like this is coming towards you, is not there yet, or, you know, I really feel like it's more leaning towards that given the layout of the cards, but let's just look at it. Honestly, with the way how this is, I feel like this is more how you feel. Like, right now, you could literally be like, I'm tired of being by myself. I feel very lonely right now. I feel very lonely without my divine masculine. So, you know, while spirit is saying, like, you know, you won't be single for long, this energy could also be that you're tired of it. Like, you're like, I'm tired of being single. I'm no longer happy about being, you know, by myself and independent. I really want to be in a loving relationship now. So I feel like this card is basically just saying like that the divine feminine is kind of feeling this loneliness without her divine masculine, without their divine masculine. And they really do feel like, you know what, I'm really ready I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this life with them. I'm ready for this love with them. I'm tired of waiting. I just feel lonely without them, okay? You also could be having some financial struggles right now, just like, you know, like with the last stretch, the last, you know, karmic thing is just money issues, you know. Could be pretty young person, and you're just trying to deal with money situations, okay? But in general, I just think, because this is a love reading, just in general about this connection, you're just like, okay, I'm about tired of waiting now. Is this happening yet or not? I really am just ready to have this connection with this person. I feel really sad. I'm really missing their presence right now. I feel their energy. I can't wait to really be with them physically, okay? Like you're still not physically with them yet, okay? But I feel like it is about to happen though, with how these cards are. But you're still not physically with them yet, so you haven't really been around them in a long time, okay? You probably haven't talked to them. You probably haven't seen them in person. You know, they're just kind of in your thoughts right now, okay? That's just what I'm seeing with that, okay? So the mutual energy, I feel like you guys are both just looking forward with this connection, okay? Like you're I feel like you guys both are aware, actually. I feel like you guys both feel like you're about to come back together, okay? I'm just seeing, like, preparation. Like, I feel like you guys, it's almost like nesting, you know? I feel like you're nesting for this connection. You're really preparing for it. You're like you feel very deep in your core, you're like, action is about to be taken, you know? Whether you're like, you're waiting for them to talk to you and they're getting ready to talk to you or whatever, but there's just this sense of like, I know, like, I really feel it in my very core that this connection is finally coming back. This person is finally coming back. I feel like you guys are both very aware, very optimistic, so you're planning, you know? Like, you're like let me get my last workout in to look pretty good or whatever, and, like, you know, whatever makes you feel good, or be like, let me get my cute haircut, you know? Or like, almost as if you have guests coming over, like, let me just fluff the pillows real quick, make sure that everything is good, do like one last sweep around the house, make sure everything's put together, everything's fine. I just feel like you're basically like, let me just put these finishing touches on the very end of this karmic cycle so that this person can come, okay? But no matter what it is, no matter what, you guys are aware that you're coming back together, so you're both just preparing for it, okay? It's very cute. You're both preparing for it. You both know, but that's cool. That's cool that you guys both know of it, okay? So, on to the divine masculine energy. He is elevated as fuck. Y'all, if y'all don't think so, he is, okay? This isn't, oh, his and your, no, this is his energy, okay? Not only did he, I feel like this is like in the past, or the more recent past, when he first was awakened to this connection, not only did he fully, like, reach his divine masculine energy, but I feel like he also reached his own divine feminine energy. Like, I feel like he's reached balance. Like, he's found his balance, his equilibrium. I feel like he, you know, he's not trying to be too controlling. He's not being too submissive and shy about the connection. I feel like he's finding balance. Like, I feel like he's really mastered this connection, like, during this separation. That's why you both feel that it's ready, because I feel like he probably knows something you don't know, and you just feel the presence. And, you know, you're probably like getting more intense dreams with them, and you're just like, I really do feel like this person is coming back, and that's probably because they know, okay? I feel like their higher self could be talking to you. I feel like they could be communicating with your higher self, like the divine masculine and divine feminine energy. They're just kind of talking to each other. I feel like he has ideas, he has plans, okay? This also is Aries energy, but obviously this is mainly just reading it as the divine masculine and the divine feminine. But that's really cool. It's really cool because usually the divine masculine really isn't awake, not until a long time. So I really feel like this has been a very long time coming. So this is what I mean. If you're picking pile 3 and you just met this person and you're like, oh, I just thought they were a crush, I didn't know we were soulmates, this is not the pile for you. I feel like this is for people who have been in this spiritual connection for a long time. They have been invested. They have been healing. They had the nitty-gritty, you know, they had to snake the sink. You know, they had a lot of nitty-gritty, you know, toxic, karmic healing that they really had to dig out. They really had to do. This is like getting down to the very core, the very bulk of this connection. It's finally over. It's like you've been dealing with it for so long. You've been doing so much healing. You've been doing so much inner work. You haven't spoken to this person in forever. You were just focusing on yourself. They were focusing on themselves. Okay, this was a very long connection, years. Okay, this is not a I just met this person and I'm just watching this for shits and giggles. If you don't know who your soulmate is, if you're like, this doesn't sound like me, please pick another pile. This is only for the fully enlightened. You have to know it deep down. The fully enlightened divine feminines and divine masculines. This isn't just for anybody. These are for people who are like, they know that they're in this connection. They know exactly who their soulmate is. They dealt with everything. They had to make painful goodbyes. They had the painful separation. They haven't spoken to each other in the longest time while they're both healing. They only send loving energy. They're not over here in pick a card readings for other YouTube channels and commenting, oh, she can have him, you know, like, fuck him, fuck my divine masculine. No, this is sending nothing but loving energy to one another, even when you're not around each other. This is just knowing intuitively that they're healing and just kind of saying, I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of how much you've accomplished. I'm proud of how far you've come. Okay, this isn't petty. This isn't karmic. This isn't toxic. Okay, this is like the beautiful level of the connection. This is like you are coming out on the other side, and look at this. It's like a portal. Okay. It's a portal. It's like you were basically in outer space dealing with this whole thing forever, and now it's like, this is like a door opening and being like, you're ready, and you're just going through like, hallelujah, like, you're ready. Okay, this is awesome, guys. You're ready. You're ready. You ready? You ready? Ready? Okay, I'm gonna stop. You're ready. Lordy. Can I say this enough? You're ready. You're ready. You're ready. You're ready. You're ready. The fuck? You're ready. Eyebrows on fleek, the fuck? I'm sorry. I'm getting excited because I'm like, y'all keep in mind, this is my pile too. I'm excited as hell. This resonates with me. Let me know if it resonates with you. But it's like, y'all been in this connection for a really long time. You did the healing. You did the inner work. You're ready. Okay, they balanced out their divine masculine and their divine feminine. They probably were too much on one side. They weren't balanced. Okay, that probably slowed down the connection for such a long time. But now, burp confirmation. That was a big ass burp too. That is a hella confirmation. Okay, If you don't think that they're awake, they are playing with you, okay? If you don't think that they're awake, if you don't think that they know, if you don't think that they're ready right now, either pick another pile, or they're just that good. Like, they're that good. They're like, I ain't telling her or them. I'm not telling them shit. I am just gonna keep my mouth shut and surprise the ever-loving fuck out of them, okay? They are going to surprise you, okay? But, like, yeah, they're coming forward. Like, they really are balanced with their divine masculine and divine feminine. They're not being egotistical anymore with this connection. They are fully awakened. They are ready. They are ready for you, okay? If they were in a karmic relationship, that is over, okay? The third party is gone. They're not fucking with that person anymore, okay? They're not looking at anybody else. They just want to be with you. They did the healing. They did the inner work. They're not listening to too many people getting involved in the connection anymore. They're listening to their gut. They're listening to their intuition. They're listening to their spirit guides. They're listening to you in dreams. I feel like your higher self really is like, your higher self has their foot on his throat. His or her throat. Don't get hung up on gender, but your higher self has their foot on his neck. They're like, bruh. That was me choking the air. Bruh. Like, you stop it. Like you better sit here and acknowledge what's happening. You need to, you better open up and understand what this connection is, And I feel like they listened, okay? They listened, they saw the dreams, that they did this and that. Like, they know, okay? They know. They're balanced. They are awakened, You were minding your own business. You did your own healing work, okay? I feel like it was kind of like almost a reverse dynamic where at first they were I mean, they easily could still be focused on money, but I feel like at the time they were too focused on money. They were only focused on money and just turning the connection away. And then while you're in separation, you could have either sat there and obsessed over it, or you could have been like, you know what, I'll still think about it, obviously, but let me get my ass to work and do things that are gonna be good for me, because I don't know how long until I get with this person. So let me just put it aside, work on myself, So you kind of switched it. Like, you started to be a little selfish, not in a bad way. I'm just saying, like, you allowed yourself to be a little more selfish in the connection, where at first you were being selfless, and you were like, you know what, if they're gonna ignore me and do their own thing and put me in a third party, whatever, I'm stepping back, I'm doing my own thing, I'm improving myself, I'm glowing up for myself, I'm making a name out of I'm making a name for myself, I'm gonna build myself up. And then as you're doing that, as you're finally focusing on yourself since meeting them, you're focusing on your money, securing the bag, whatever you're doing, they started doing their spiritual work. And now I feel like you guys are balanced, okay? And they could see it as you both are balanced now. They could see it as you're both on the same page. It's not like a runner chaser anymore. I feel like you guys are both on the same page now. So that's why the mutual energy is you both are feeling like, this is about to happen, and it's probably, I feel like it's sooner than you think it is, okay? I feel like, just given how this person is closer to this side, I feel like they know, like, I don't know, I feel like they kind of know exactly when they're going to approach you, and you're just like, I feel them coming, I'm not entirely sure yet, but I feel them coming, and you don't even realize that you're like right there, like this could be you, you're right around the corner, you're right next to them, You blink and they just appear out of nowhere. You're like, holy shit, nice to see you again. I haven't seen you in a long time, But yeah, it's just, I just feel this energy of, it's time, In the past, you had the Knight of freaking Pentacles. And whenever I see that card, I'm like, the Knight of goddamn Pentacles. Oh my god, I feel like in the past, this could have been their energy, okay? They could be a Virgo. They could have... Okay, also there's a lot of earth, okay? I would be very surprised if someone wasn't an earth sign or had earth somewhere in their chart. I kind of feel like in the past this was their energy. Like, they were like, nope, I have a plan. I'm going to go about it a certain way. I'm not going to make any foul moves. I'm just going to wait and be patient. Like, the Knight of Pentacles could literally sit in the same spot forever. They wouldn't care, Like, they're like, nope, I need to make sure that every single step is perfect before I move forward. Okay, they made you wait for a long ass time. And I feel like that was in the past. So in the past, they really were dragging their feet so much that they weren't even talking to you. Like they were just doing their own thing, because it's like they were preparing for the connection, but they probably were like, oh, well, while I'm preparing for the connection, I didn't want to talk to them yet. I want to make sure that everything's good. I don't even want to say anything to them. I'm just going to not talk to them during this whole time, just to make sure that I'm good enough for them. And while you were in separation, there was a switch, you know, while, you know, they were finally awakening and getting more in tune with their spiritual self, and you were like, okay, let me take on their pentacles energy and focus on myself, focus on work, focus on money, you know, and you're improving yourself, you're improving, you know, you're building yourself up, you're making a name for yourself, you're doing all this stuff, and they're like, okay, now let me focus on the spiritual stuff, because they could have seen you as this very spiritual person when you first met, or, you know, they just felt like you were this more divine energy, you felt the more divine energy with the connection, but now it's basically they're like, okay, now it's my turn. Now it's my turn to balance out my karma, it's my turn to balance out my chakras, it's my turn to really dig deep into this connection, into the spiritual connection I have with this person. Like it's time for me to really do that. So yeah, they really found balance, okay? And like I said, with the current energy, this is like a portal back to earth. This is a portal to be like, okay, now, you know, you guys were dealing with this connection in the fifth dimensional realm. You were dealing with this connection in the spiritual realm, okay? Your higher selves were talking to each other, but now get ready, because we're about to go through the portal and make this physical now, okay? This very much matches this card. Even the hair, you know, it's like we're going to make it physical now. You waited long enough, you did the work, you did the healing, and now it's time. Okay, now it's time to go through the doors. Now it's time to go through the portal, okay? Look at this, like this pink and blue candle. Ain't trying to be sexist up in here, but you know, whatever. Feminine, masculine, it's showing both, you know, the feminine pink candle, the blue candle, you know, just the gender, you know, the masculine and the feminine energy, okay? It's both there as they're going into the portal. It's like you're both coming into union in person, okay? And then the outcome, this is just this is the judgment. This is like the awakening, okay? I'm actually gonna read the book for this. But it's like this is the rebirth. It's like you're both awakened. It's like you were practically like it's like you're awakening from the dead, okay? You're transforming, and you could be bearing gifts, asking, you know, for forgiveness. This is like your redemption card, okay? But let me actually read the book for this. Oh, I went past it, okay. So, judgment, that side, okay? Consider this. What would you bring before the angel of judgment? What might represent your understanding of your life so far? What would you offer as you move forward to the next phase? What is needed to let you be as lighthearted and innocent as a child reborn? Okay? When you think of like a child, like a young innocent child, they don't have an ego yet. They don't have biases yet. They don't have like they're not placing blame on others, you know. They're just living, okay? So I feel like you guys, like, yeah, this really is like the rebirth of this connection. It's like you're finally entering this new phase, like I was saying, okay? Like you're finally entering this new phase together, okay? Now with like a level of like, you know, again, rebirth. Your inner child is healed now. It's innocent, it's sweet, it's calm. It's free, it's youthful, it's not like burdensome anymore. You're not holding on to past hurts and past grudges from other relationships, other karmic situations. You're just entering this new phase, and you're entering it together, you know? And you could be bearing gifts to each other. They could be bearing a gift to you. If they haven't seen you in a while, like, oh yeah, here, like, I got you something, you know? But I just feel like it's just time to share and be like, okay, after this whole journey, thinking about each other, maybe talking to each other spiritually, you know, connecting in dreams. Now we finally get to be together, and we can just kind of catch up and just pick up where we left off. Or if you at first didn't leave off, you know, you're just gonna start from scratch, but this time stronger and innocent, and not, you know, not presumptuous or egotistical. You know, you're coming together with a youthful, lighthearted feel towards it, because you got rid of that heavy load and burdensome karmic energy that you dealt with from other things before coming together, you know. So last but not least, we have the romance angel cards are just going to talk about, like, how deep is this connection, how spiritual is it, what else does spirit have to say about this connection. Okay, so we have finances and career in the reverse, worth waiting for in the reverse, and forgiving and learning in the reverse. Okay. So yeah, I feel like in the past, some things that could have driven away the connection was just focusing too much on money, like how it said there. Like the person was dragging their feet. They weren't really coming forward yet because they were having financial issues, and it's in the reverse now. So I feel like that's no longer a burden on the relationship. Like, they don't have to be millionaires, but they could be more financially stable and more happy with where they are than they were when they first met you. I feel like they just wanted to be this stable person for you, you know. And in turn, you probably were trying to find yourself and find your career path. So I feel like you guys are in a stable place with that. Okay, the worth waiting for, divine timing is at work in your love life. I feel like when this comes in the upright, it's like, okay, it's gonna be a long wait. Like, just like pile number 2, this is gonna be a long wait for you, because that pile is like a very new connection. Okay, but you guys are seasoned. Okay, with this connection, it's like we did wait a long time. You know, we did put in the work. Okay, so you guys did. You sat back, you gave it up to the divine, and you waited, and now it's about to come back to you. It's about to come back around to you. Okay, and forgiving and learning in the reverse. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. So I feel like you've kind of already surpassed that. You've already, you know, you've forgiven, again, you've forgiven your karma. You've forgiven toxic people, or you let them go if they didn't serve you anymore. Just a second, I'm finishing a reading. But like, yeah, it's like you've surpassed this like negative energy, and you're finally, it's like you're ready. Like, there's no grudges, no animosities, no toxic energy. It's just positive now. I feel like all this stuff, you finally, like, you overcame these obstacles. I feel like these obstacles were probably very strong. Like, there's probably a lot of like grudges, a lot of karmic energies, a lot of karmic people, karmic relationships that both of you dealt with in the past, and a lot of finances either with them or with you, and now you finally overcome this. So yeah, it's like you waited a long time, you did the inner work, you did the inner healing, and now you can finally reap the rewards. Okay, so thank you, pile number 3. My brother is knocking on my door. So that was the end of the reading. So I hope you enjoyed. Congratulations. And yeah, please subscribe, like, message me for personal reading, and I'll talk to you next time.